Intuitive Machines, ticker symbol LUNR. Okay. Well, they've got even more of a negative EPS here, but let's check them out. So, over the course of the day, they were down 3.4%, and then the after hours down another 0.62% to $26.37. Over the past 5 days, they're down 18.4%. Over the past month, they're down 18.15%. Over the past 6 months, they're up 124.3%. Year to date, they're up 63.49%. On a 1 year chart, they're up 136.71%. On a 5 year chart, they're up 174.69%. On a maximum chart, this goes back to November 19th of 2021, they're up 174.69%. All right. They got a 52-week high of $46.75, a 52-week low of $7.78. That's a range. They got an EPS of negative 0.86 or negative 86 cents. Negative 86 cents. They got 160.45 million shares outstanding, 525 employees, and a market capitalization of $5.76 billion. We'll have a look at earnings here. They don't got the last one posted. I don't know what that's about, but let's go on down. So Q1 2026, they beat on EPS by 14%. They missed on revenue by 9.05%. They also missed on revenue in Q4 of 2025 by 24.09%. They're predicted to get $59.00 million. They got $44.79 million. But they beat on EPS there. They're predicted to get negative 5 cents. And they got negative 3 cents. Beating by 33.98%. I mean, they missed quite a bit. Q3 2025, they missed on EPS. Q2 of 2025, they missed on EPS by 162.75%. Q1, they missed by 295.6%. Jesus. You don't like to see it, but this is emerging technology. You never know what could happen, I guess. Let's look at their overview. Perspectives from across the web. Intuitive Machines declined significantly over the past month amid high volatility. Recent downward movement was driven by a major earnings miss and missing out on NASA rover contracts. However, analysts project a recovery for the next year supported by a record $1.1 billion backlog and expectations of reaching positive EBITDA in 2026. The bullish view. Explosive revenue growth and high visibility. Revenue grew approximately 300% in Q1 2026 to $186.7 million. Bolstered by the Lanteris acquisition, management reaffirmed full year 2026 revenue guidance between $900 million and $1 billion. A record $1.1 billion backlog provides significant long-term visibility as the company transitions into a space infrastructure powerhouse. Strong institutional and analyst support. The consensus rating remains a strong buy with a price target average near $42, implying over 50% upside. Recent months saw major target hikes, including a $75 bull case. Institutional ownership is high at approximately 72%, with major firms like BlackRock and State Street holding significant positions. Expanding mission pipeline and strategic M&A, the company secured a $180.4 million NASA contract for its fifth CLPS mission and became a prime contractor for lunar orbital imaging payloads. Recent acquisitions like Goon-Hilly Earth Station and Lanteris Space Systems vertically integrate to the business, enabling high-margin recurring revenue from CIS lunar data relay and infrastructure services. The bearish view. Significant earnings miss and cash burn. Q1 2026 reported an EPS of negative 25 cents, missing the consensus estimate of negative 0.06 cents by over 300%. The company continues to experience high cash burn with negative free cash flow of approximately $64.6 million in the most recent quarter due to high fixed costs and acquisition-related expenses. Execution risks and lost contracts. Intuitive Machines faced a setback after failing to secure a NASA Lunar Terrain Rover contract, which went to competitors high volatility remains a concern as future success depends on complex, high-stakes missions like the upcoming IM-3, where any failure could severely damage NASA's long-term confidence. We're right at the freaking website of Intuitive Machines, guys. I love it. Okay, so there's the co-founder, president, chief executive officer, senior vice president, chief technology officer, senior vice president, chief financial officer, Pete McGrath. Interesting. Vice president of engineering. Check this out. Intuitive Machines is an American company headquartered in Houston, Texas. It was founded in 2013 by Stefan Altimus, Dr. Cam Gafarian, and Dr. Tim Crane. Intuitive Machines provides lunar delivery, data transmission, and infrastructure services to open access to the moon for the progress of humanity. How cool is that? As humans, we must inspire and be inspired. Whether in pursuit of a medical breakthrough or exploring our solar system, we are endlessly drawn to the progress of humanity. Intuitive Machines started as an idea written on a napkin to solve humanity's greatest challenges. Now we are extending our lead in the commercialization of lunar space, and we are inspired by where the next decade and beyond will take us. I click on investors just to see. About IM. Intuitive Machines is a leading space infrastructure company that builds spacecraft, connects networks, and operates infrastructure as service for commercial, civil, and national security customers. With a proven track record across the space domain, the company, through organic growth and portfolio expansion, has built over 300 spacecraft, delivering over 260 kilograms of payload to the lunar surface and provided precision navigation expertise that has guided spacecraft across our solar system. These capabilities form an integrated built, connect, operate infrastructure service company, enabling customers to achieve mission and campaign outcomes. Through a single prime solution, Intuitive Machines technology has been demonstrated across the space domain and is engineered to support the next century of opportunity in space. And it says here they have over 3,000 collective years in orbit and 300 plus spacecraft launches. I don't know, it's pretty cool, pretty interesting. So let's roll on down, see what we got. So, on an analyst rating, we've got, based on 9 analysts giving stock ratings to LUNR in the past 3 months, we've got 8 buys, 1 hold, and 0 sells. Check this out. On the 12-month forecast, based on 9 Wall Street analysts offering 12-month price targets of LUNR in the last 3 months, the highest price target is $75. That's a 182.65% increase from here. The average price target is $42.63. That's 60.66% increase from here. And then the lowest price target they have is $27. That's a 1.75% increase from here. So, if all else fails, hopefully you get a 1.75% increase. You know what I mean? I don't know. Ooh, this is from 5 hours ago. Hopefully it lets us read it. Let's read some of the other ones, like the headlines here. So, Rocket Lab versus Lunar. Which space stock has more upside as the space race heats up? 2 space stocks you've never heard of before just won $439 million to build NASA lunar rovers. Assessing Intuitive Machines' valuation as investor narratives clash over future growth. Intuitive Machines director William J. LeCoury sells $547,248 in stock. My goodness. Intuitive Machines stock hits day low of $25.69 amid price pressures. Is Intuitive Machines building a more diversified revenue model? Yeah, they probably need to find other ways to make money than just working with NASA. That's what it seems like. I don't really know, obviously. You know what I mean? This is pretty wacky shit here. But, it's fun. I like this. Sucks I gotta go to work here in a little bit. I would sit here and read about this crap all night. Such is life. Like and subscribe. Maybe next time I won't have to, you know what I mean? So here we go. This is Yahoo Finance. We've got Tomvi Sarawagi. This is on June 10th, 2026 at 2:11 p.m. 2-minute read. Is Intuitive Machines building a more diversified revenue model? Intuitive Machines, LUNR, has traditionally been viewed as a lunar exploration company. While lunar missions remain an important part of its long-term strategy, the company is increasingly evolving into a diversified space technology platform, serving commercial, civil, and national security customers. During the first quarter, 35% of revenues came from commercial customers, 38% from civil space programs, and 27% from national security initiatives. The commercial segment continues to benefit from growing demand for satellite manufacturing and space-based services. Through the recently acquired Lanteris Space Systems business, Intuitive Machines now participates in the production of commercial communication satellites and other spacecraft platforms. Projects such as XM-11 and EcoStar XXV demonstrate the company's expanding presence in commercial satellite markets. At the same time, the civil space business continues to be supported by NASA programs, including commercial lunar payload services, missions, and future moon base initiatives. The company continues to advance multiple lunar missions while pursuing larger opportunities tied to long-term lunar infrastructure development. National security has also become an increasingly important growth driver. Intuitive Machines is participating in multiple Space Development Agency programs and was selected by the U.S. Space Force for the anticipated Andromeda Indefinite Quantity Contract opportunity. What the heck? Very indefinite. By serving multiple end markets and customers, Intuitive Machines may reduce its dependence on individual contract awards, mission schedules, or government funding cycles. The combination of commercial satellite production, lunar services, communications infrastructure, and national security programs creates several potential growth avenues that can support the business through different market environments. Companies leveraging government and commercial space demand. Several aerospace and defense companies are also expanding across multiple this is just some other companies here. Okay, that's kind of cool though. So, let's read them. Several aerospace and defense companies are also expanding across multiple end markets to create more balanced revenue streams. We got Kratos Defense and Security Solutions. KTOS continues to diversify across defense systems, unmanned platforms, satellite communications, and space-related technologies, reducing reliance on any single government program. Rocket Lab Corporation has evolved beyond launch services into spacecraft manufacturing, satellite components, and space systems, creating multiple revenue sources across commercial and government customers. And then Intuitive Machines, the one we're looking at. Story continues. Okay, here we go. We got a little graphic here. In terms of valuation, LUNR's forward 12-month price to sales is 6.54x, a premium to the industry's 2.5x average. Okay. Lunar's stock price performance in the past 3 months, the company's shares have risen 51.9% against the industry's 13.5% decline. We like that. We like that. Look at that. Okay. The company currently has a Zacks rank of number 4, sell. You can see the complete list of today's Zacks number 1 rank strong buy stocks here. Okay. Alright, I guess that's the end of it. See if there's any comments. Okay. So, what do we think about that, guys? What do we think about LUNR there? What do we think about the SpaceX IPO? What do we think about the broader markets in general, guys? It's your cousin Dustin. Like and subscribe. I think that's going to be enough for me today. Thanks a lot.